And Mariota's going to keep it for the first down, right up the middle.
This season is well on its way, and every player and team have their own dreams with plans on how to achieve them. One could argue that the most desperate team for a trophy in the NFL is the Arizona Cardinals. Why? After the Chicago Cubs won the championship title back in 2016, ending their 108-year drought, they are sadly the sports team with the longest title drought in the US. But going into the new season, the squad is shaping up and ready to challenge for the Super Bowl. As should be expected, the team's odds of clinching the title reduced after J.J. Watt got signed. And why not? This is a man who has been recognized 3 times as NFL's best defensive player. The defensive end is a 5-time first-team All-Pro player and a 2-time leader in sacks. Watts is just a sack away from his 100th career sack. Yes, that's how good he is. Now, when you throw in the quality that the other teammates are, especially Deandre Hopkins, yes, the fans can really believe this season. After all, the management has been excellent on trades, especially when they brought in Hopkins and reunited him with Watt. It was such a good deal for the Cardinals that many sports writers believe the Texans were robbed. Well, quite a lot of talk has been going on about the players and the dream of his new team. And the truth of it all is what we'll be discussing in today's video. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you're a fan of J.J. Watt, and if you would like to join this month's giveaway on a brand new iPhone 11, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and watch this video until the end to find and comment the hidden message. Good luck! Now, Watt has done it all in football except one thing: win a Super Bowl. And this is one big miss in his fantastic resume. In an interview, he was questioned if he had concerns about time running out. That was an honest question, and he gave a real answer, saying that it was a general thing regardless of a player's position. However, the truth is that not winning the Super Bowl earlier was a bit of a disappointment, as he hinted in the video. He said he'd prefer to achieve his goals early rather than later, but now Watt is 32, and as far as winning the Super Bowl goes, time is definitely running out. The star defender is in his 9th NFL season, winning 3 playoff games. He had 2 of these in his first 2 seasons, and things were looking up. However, year after year, the Super Bowl just seemed elusive. Someone like Aaron Rodgers would understand Watt's position. I mean, this is a man who got a Super Bowl ring within just 3 years with the Packers, but is still stuck at 3 NFC championship games ever since. He acknowledged in an interview that the game was an actual team sport. That truth cannot be disputed. To win, you need to be around teammates, coaching, and special teams, and generally everybody ready to make any necessary sacrifice to be a champion. So I guess the question is, are the Arizona Cardinals really ready to pay the price for a Super Bowl? Although the franchise isn't exactly close to NFL's highest peak, they are not so far off either. And on this particular mountain climb, they have proper climbing tools. After finishing 8-8 in 2020, Kyler Murray has taken some remarkable strides towards development. His QBR has improved by over 11 points as well as rushing for 819 yards. Also, the team has one of the best wide receivers in the game in Deandre Hopkins. He is just returning to the game and is definitely hungry for success with his new teammates. He and Watt were a remarkable duo when they were Texans, which is definitely something to hope for. Another man poised for further breakout for the Cards this year is Christian Kirk. And then there's Larry Fitzgerald, who is simply Larry Fitzgerald in every sense of the name. However, no one can really tell if he will be with the team for the season. With Watt and Chandler Jones joining forces at the back, yes, this is a title-changing team. As stated earlier, the odds of the Cards getting a Super Bowl is better with Watts, but that will depend on whether the 32-year-old can stay fit for the better part of the season. Over the past couple seasons, injuries have caused significant damage to the defender's overall legacy, including the fact that he has amassed only 9 sacks over the last 2 seasons. However, do not forget that sack totals rarely ever tell the whole story of a player. Take for instance last year, our star defender had 34 stops, 29 quarterback hurries, and 11 quarterback hits. All that he did playing with a defensive line where he was the only one that was really there. I mean, the Texans had 211 pressures in total, which for your information was the 6th worst in the league, and 33 solo sacks, which are average at best. All these equate to the fact that Watt was responsible for about 21.3% of the Texans' total pressures. Simply put, it's hard to aim for a title win in such a team, and now that he has moved to Arizona, that issue is already solved. There's the strong presence of Chandler Jones, the edge rusher, which will allow him more pressure opportunities and a chance to pick out single teams from blockers. So one could very well say that the future is looking bright for Watt, Hopkins, and the entire Arizona Cardinals, but they don't want to get ahead of themselves even then. This is why our star defender advises everyone to take their eyes off the big picture and concentrate on leading a 1-0 every game. The Cardinals face a demanding schedule, and the odds may have reduced, but it's still a long way to go. That, however, is the best they can hope for if everything goes right. As stated earlier, with every team having its own hopes and dreams, the Super Bowl is definitely in reach for this team. If they don't achieve it this season, then count on them being strong title defenders for a couple more seasons. However, if they get their hands on a trophy this year and make it count for one, they are definitely what every football fan wants to see: champions. It is important to note that you can't expect your players to be perfect all the time. In fact, most of the time, it is not a good thing when some players play better than everyone else. And that is what Watt experienced early on in his career. The defending end man stated that he doesn't mind being underrated or having people underestimate him. And that is the true story about Watt's career. He has worked hard for all his accolades, and it can be said that he received his rewards, which is truly deserving for the work he put in. Let's not forget that DeAndre Hopkins is another man who needs to win the prestigious title, and at 29, there's not a lot of time. His desire for the trophy is evident, as he stated in an interview. That statement also holds true for J.J. Watt and the Arizona Cardinals. It is the Super Bowl or nothing. Looking at how everything seems to come together, from transfers to staff and players, if they eventually win the title, one could very well say it is destiny. With that being said, we end today's video. What are your thoughts on J.J. Watt this season? Do you think he and his teammates can land the Super Bowl or at least make an exciting run at it? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave a like on this video if you're a fan of J.J. Watt. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.